You see, there are five things personally I would advise before you start a project in Nigeria. There are 5 things I will advise you to do. 5 things that I will advise you to do in order to save costs. You all already know that I will talk about drawings, talk about getting your land first, getting your BQ. But that one is aside. Let's talk about the practical, the implementation in the building. First of all, one thing you have to do is, if you are building a block of flats, if you are building a duplex of any kind, don't buy your materials in bulk. You see, some people will buy materials from foundation to decking and keep. One of the things that thing taught me in site air, they will steal your materials. Apart from even if you buy the materials yourself, without the engineer buying for you, because everybody have the notation that once the engineer goes to the market, he will buy cuts, he will buy fake, he will buy. No problem, buy yourself, but don't buy everything at once. I had an experience in site where the client bought things and kept. The people that are coming in, different persons, both the workers, visitors, sightseers, we started noticing that some of the rods, some of the materials we are using, don't they miss? Some of them are missing already. What are we going to do? Is to chain the rod and employ security. But all those things wouldn't have been necessary. This is a fenced compound we are talking about. All these things would have been necessary if we bought the ones we needed per time. If we need rod for the foundation, we buy immediately and use them. That's the best. Don't buy anything and keep. You can buy your cement and leave them in the shop. If you want to buy 1 container, you can buy 1 container, leave them in the shop. Bring the little quantity or little above the quantity they need. But you know, all these things are stressful, especially if you are not the one running it. If the engineer have to run it for you, you have to pay for them to do that. So all those things are still costs implications. But if you are around, do these things yourself. But if you're not around, you can also talk with your engineer. Let's get these things stage by stage. Don't buy rod because you have the money and dump in your site. Don't buy materials and dump in your site. Secondary, if you are building especially something like a duplex, learn to reuse your materials, especially some of your planks, some of your remaining materials. Learn to reuse them for the next phase. Most times, because of the materials we have in Nigeria, you can practically not use most of the rods, most of the planks, that is the board 1x12. You cannot reuse them more than once or even once. But if you can reuse some of those boards, it will help you to cut costs in the building. I will not say remove parapets again, because parapet is a very essential part of a building. It's not a must, you must have it, but I know people like aesthetics, so it helps in your aesthetics. So don't remove it, but go for one step. There is something called one-step parapet. One step, just flat, goes up like this, flat, goes up like one step. You can use most of the planks that you got from. You can reuse most of your materials that you used for most of the planks that you used. Just one step is enough. You understand? One step is enough. If you are doing your roofing, don't do high pitch roofing. There is what we call 45 degrees angle height in drawing. And if I am on an estimate on working for a client, one of the things I look out for is not going for that 45 degree angle height. Especially when they are standing their king post, I am always there to make sure that the king post is not more than 25 feet. It's not going to be more than 25 feet height. 25 feet height is high already. I work with 25, 24, but I have seen people who work with 35, 30. They say that is the best, but me, I don't work with more than 25. I have worked with 22 feet height. One of the things it will do, it will reduce the square meter of your roofing sheet. The more it's increasing, the more the thing is increasing too. So if your height is very high, just know that you pack money. So if after the quotation I'll give to you, I used 25 feet height to do it, and the engineer that is working for you eventually used 30 feet height, it will increase your budget by 20 to 25%. That's it. So reduce all these things. Your room size should be moderate. You understand? All these things are very, very crucial. And again, if it's possible for you, that is a project I did, money I used for water alone, hey. So it's very important that if you can do your project and dig borehole, let them use the water. It will serve you before and after the project. So if you can do borehole for your site, better do it. It's very, 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 very important. If you can do borehole in your site, please do borehole for your site. And if you're concentrating on your projects, like if you're trying to build a duplex, if you're trying to build a block of flats, you're trying to build a bungalow, concentrate on the project. You understand? Concentrate on the project. Don't be distracted. You understand? Don't be distracted. If you do all these things, you can cut costs in your buildings. Thank you.